Friends of the social, good evening. Tonight I am at home in football clothing. Your taxi driver today in football clothing. I am at home. So you get what you see. This is my pajamas. I wear this to stay at home. Double pajamas because I am also sensitive to the cold. Besides being lazy, so you have to settle for what there is. That said, obviously Milan, obviously Milan. That said, I am actually talking about something else. We are on the social channel. You know, I also have a first channel where I talk about Milan. You can see that, right? This is the second channel. We talk about social issues. And today I want to talk about smart working. A follower asked me this. You know, I pay attention to what you tell me. So comment below if you have something you want to talk about. We can discuss it together. I enjoy it. And you also give me ideas for new videos. Maybe when we have more people, I will have many ideas and I might make more than one video a day. At the moment, a video is released every morning at 7, but I could also make more. That said, let's talk about smart working. What do I think? Advantages, pros, and cons. I am absolutely in favor of smart working, or rather, I support the possibility of doing your job without having to travel unnecessary kilometers, deal with unnecessary traffic, going back and forth to who knows where, covering many kilometers, facing a lot of road traffic stress and wasted time just to go to an office to do the same things you can do with any device at home, at the beach, out and about in some venue. It makes no sense to me to have to go to work. So today, as work has become more countable, it is possible to quantify the work you do, even if you are not present at the workplace. In the past, you arrived at the workplace just because you were there and they paid you. Even if you did nothing all day, they still paid you. In reality today, especially with smart working, you are much more monitored. So you work even more when you are smart, but that's fair. I mean, they pay you to work, so it's right that you work. What are, in my opinion, the biggest drawbacks of smart working? Psychologically, the fact of staying at home, perhaps for a short period, you might not notice it, or maybe you are quite a homebody and enjoy being at home. However, I think, in my personal opinion, that psychologically it kills you. I mean, psychologically, waking up, staying at home, spending the whole day at home, working at home, eating at home, not seeing anyone, not going out. Yes, maybe you are on the phone, maybe you have some calls, read emails, but you are always at home. I mean, staying at home, doing smart working, I find detrimental, especially in the long term. I would get bored even on the first day, but not everyone is like me. Maybe at first you don't notice it. 1 month, 1 year, 3 years, 5 years. Guys, it becomes heavy. It really becomes heavy to stay at home every day. I mean, it seems like you never go out, you never move, you don't socialize. It's not good. It's not good. So, do you want to do smart working? Perfect. Perfect. But find some solutions. One solution, for example, could be those places. What are they called? Where you can rent an office and you stay there. They call them like common spaces. Rent something. Now the name comes to mind. Where you go there, maybe you have one right under your house, so you don't have to travel kilometers, but just going down, going to the bar for breakfast, greeting the bartender, talking to the waitress, having a coffee. It's not like you have to spend a lot. You go to these common offices that cost little to nothing. You go there. Maybe there's a neighbor, even better, that you see every now and then, even just to say hello during the break. What do we do? Shall we go eat together? You open up. I mean, even if there is family, you are all day with your wife, your children, and you stay at home. Maybe there is also some child at home, and you never talk to anyone else. You don't go out, you don't socialize, you don't move. Guys, what a struggle. Then you can also do it in different ways, right? I mean, if you have long term smart working, maybe you can also travel You can also do it in other countries. That would be fantastic, right? Maybe one day you're in Milan. Tomorrow I want to go to Rome. I go to Rome. I work my hours. Then I go out, do my things. The next day I'm still there in Rome. Then I go back to Milan. Maybe I go to another city. I mean, I see many advantages in smart working, both for the employer and for you who work, because you have freedom. I mean, as if the employer tells you, I pay you to work, I quantify your work, so I see perfectly what you do. I give you this card of freedom. I am always in favor of freedom, but you have to know how to use that freedom. You have to be aware of what you like and what you don't like, what is good for you and what is not. If someone likes to stay at home, perfect. If you feel good at home, stay at home. But maybe you realize that a certain point comes and you say, too many days I've been at home, maybe 2 months I've been at home. Today I go out. It's the smartphone that gives you the opportunity to go out anyway. You go out and work in a cafe. You find a cafe with great Wi-Fi. You take your nice laptop and work in a cafe. You pay, you do what you need to do. There will be noise, there will be movement. Maybe one day you want to work in this place. You agree, obviously. I don't think you're just there for free. There are places where you can stay for free, but you have to come to some agreement, right? Go out a bit. This freedom, guys, is a freedom that I think we will have soon. Many already have it. Many do. 3 or 4 days of smart working. Other times you have to be in the office. It's a great freedom. It will make you work more. So there are downsides. It will make you work more. Remember that. You will work more and more effectively. For those who work, this is not always positive in the sense that when you work, you have to work. It's not like when you go to the office where just being there is enough. You have to actually work then. So there are not only advantages, the downsides are 1, the freedom that you have to manage well, and 2, you have to work. Not everyone wants to work. If someone doesn't want to work, it's better to go to the office. If, on the other hand, you are someone who likes to work or cares about doing your job well, which is normal, then you are in the right place. Another downside that you need to manage is that the ability to work smart means that the employer asks you for more than you should do. So you work many more hours, doing much more than you should. Here, you need to be good at managing it. If you do quality work, valuable work that the employer knows you are important for, then sometimes it's you who has to put the brakes on the employer. Oh, nice. I work well too. I don't know how many you find that work like me, but don't overdo it. And because if you overdo it, then we won't get along. So obviously, not in these terms. You need to know how to mediate, but be careful. Because another downside is that the employer might overload you with more work than necessary. Always remember that work done well and with professionalism is work. Then there's your life. Work is not your life. Work is meant to enjoy life. If you are working and not enjoying life, there is a problem. There is a problem. Subscribe to the channel, give a nice like. We'll see each other tomorrow, as always, at 7 in the morning, right here on Luca Magno's channel, The Milanese Taxi Driver. Bye, beautiful people.